Hey everyone, this is Michelle over here at Bunebape, and today I'm going to be doing a quick guide of this year's Pride event, as well as letting you know my thoughts on it as a bisexual OSRS player. First things first, to begin this event, head over to the Blue Moon Inn in Bear Rock. You don't really need to bring anything with you, but I would maybe suggest bringing along some general tellies for the Bear Rock area and a combat bracelet to save some time running around. Other than that, just bring your best Pride fashionscape. Start out the event by speaking to either Bethan, Gregory, Tabitha, or Quentin. Upon talking to the group, you find out that they're attempting to write poems for their crushes to invite them to attend the upcoming Pride March with them. Only problem is, they're having a bit of trouble filling in some blanks in their poems. Agree to help the group and talk to each individual person to receive their unfinished poems and help them fill in these blanks. So for Quentin, you're going to first select Teller's Booth and then Shines. For Tabitha, choose Guard and Protect with My Life. For Bethan, select The Fly and Riverbank. And finally for Gregory, select Spring and Soil. With all the poems complete, you have now been tasked to deliver them before the event begins, but they need a moment to get some instructions ready for you while they have a drink. While you wait, you're directed over to Annie, the group's asexual friend who assures us that she is just fine going to the Pride Parade on her own. She also points to something at the door, so head towards that direction and click on the fairy creature to talk to her. It's revealed that this fairy is Love, a cupidish character complete with a bow and arrow who had been trapped in a vial until it accidentally got smashed by the drinking group of friends. Seeing as meddling in a relationship is basically her job, we invite her along with us to deliver the poems. After speaking with Love, go back and speak to anyone in the group and they'll tell you that for fun, they've decided to put the locations they need the poems on the back of them as riddles. First things first, we're going to use the riddle, "Where a good king sits his throne, my lover's heart becomes my own," to track down Tabitha outside of the Varrock Palace. Speak to her and then you'll enter a cutscene that concludes with Love shooting her arrow at Tabitha and her crush Marissa. Next up, using the riddle, "In sunrise's wealthy glow, the security of my feelings will grow," we find Quentin and his crush Klaus outside of the Varrock East Bank. Talk to Quentin and watch a very unfortunate cutscene as he just goes totally off the rails and ends up reciting a poem about himself. Even Love can't fix the situation and Quentin is left without a date for Pride, remarking that, well, he clearly just doesn't like poetry. Using our third riddle, just south of town can my champion be found, tending cautiously to fertile ground. We can head to the farming patch just outside of the Champions Guild. Speak to Gregory and watch as he successfully gets a date with his crush Thomas. Our final riddle, to the west where waters roar, a barbaric heart begins to thaw, leads us to just east of the barbarian village next to the river where Bethan and her crush Mikey stand. Again, speak to Bethan to engage a cutscene of her reciting her poem to him and securing her date. With 3/4 of the group with dates for Pride, sorry Quentin, maybe next year, we need to head over to Gulliver across the river where we completed the Pride event last year. Finish all the dialogue and you'll be rewarded with this year's Pride goodies. First up is a rainbow jumper that can be changed to the colors of the Pride, bi, asexual, trans, pan, non-binary, genderqueer, lesbian, or gay flags. Of course, I ended up keeping mine the bi colors. Next is a poet's jacket, which was actually worn by Annie back at the Blue Moon Inn. You also receive 2 noted cakes, and finally, the best reward by far, in my opinion, is the Love crossbow. When you equip this fun weapon, you can click other players around you and enamor them, sending a heart animation from your player to theirs. Super cute. Will almost definitely be used to scare people in the wilderness, though. That is it for this year's Pride event. For me, I really love the event, which I know probably isn't much of a surprise as I basically love every holiday event, but this one had me smiling myself throughout and even laughing out loud a couple times. It's so cool seeing more LGBTQIA+ representation stories add to the game that I love so much. Even just talking to different characters and seeing their different accessories correlating to different Pride flags, including the bi flag, made my heart so happy. I really sincerely hope that OSRS keeps it up with the inclusion they've been adding to the game lately. And putting out events like this, the OSRS team is, to me at least, openly saying that they are supportive of the LGBTQIA+ community and that there is no room for bigots in this game that we all love playing. But that is going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite reward was and what you liked most about the event. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe to our channel. You can also catch me live on Twitch 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape, and every Thursday on the OSRS podcast I co-host, also called Bunebape, which can be found on this channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Happy Pride, everyone. Thanks for watching.